The next stop is On the Radar Radio.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Yes, sir, baby. On the Radar Radio. Yo, special guest in the building. BlakeIANA in the building. Hello.
Hey.
Bing Bong out now.
Bing Bong.
And I'm so happy you got to meet Nems.
Me too. That's my guy.
Wow, what was that deep? That was like a really deep, like, I just met somebody with too much New York energy.
He cool. Me and him like the same.
How?
I'm kind of laid back right now, but I'm goofy just like Nems.
I was going to say, so you're goofy just like Nems? Is that the only way y'all the same?
Yeah, in a way.
What other way would you say you're like Nems?
Yeah, well, okay. Well, you're right. It's just, we goofy, entertaining, like, he just fun.
I saw the video from Starla
fun.
last night. I understand.
Yeah.
I get it.
Okay.
I understand. But I love that, like, you know, obviously with Bing Bong being Nems' thing, right? I love that. That was something that I wouldn't have expected to happen with the song.
Really?
But I'm kind of, like, I wouldn't expect you to come to New York and you and Nems to meet each other.
I had to. Just because that's where I got it from. Like, when I was making my song, I thought of him. I'm like, ooh, screaming fuck your life like I'm from NY. I'm like, I gotta meet him. Like, I want him in my video. Unfortunately, he couldn't be in the video, but, you know, it's cool to lock it in with him.
But it's cool, yeah. So did you reach out to him or he reached out to you when he heard the song?
So what's funny is, you know, he plays so much. He was at, what was that? I think he was at like a studio or something, and they had played my song. And he was like, what? And then he had gave me a shout out on Instagram, and he was like, yeah, Blake, when I meet you, I'm a bing bong yeah. I'm like, Nems, all right now. You doing all that now. You know what I'm saying? But he real cool. After that, he was just like, you know, when you come to New York, we can link up, and like, that's just what happened. Yeah,
he's very protective of like the New York bing bong shit. Like,
really?
That's very much like.
That's his. Look, I'm like, that's you. I just borrowed it for a little minute, you know what I'm saying? But yeah.
Well, I'm excited to have you here. Like, it's been really dope seeing like what Bing Bong has been doing, and it was funny because I always gotta like when I find an artist, I always gotta shout out how I found them. Like, I found you through originally through my brother Zay and From the Block. I remember he posted that shit. I was like, yo, Zay, who the fuck is this? She hard. I'm like, and then that eventually leads to now. So I'm excited to have you here. And shout out Zay. Shout out From the Block, man.
Shout out to Zay. You know, and we need somebody to put us on to some new. You know what I'm
right. You know, I help Zay. I give Zay artists. Zay gives me. Zay put me on to you. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's just a full circle thing. But with you, like, it's interesting because I know you've only really been releasing music and taking this extremely seriously this year, right?
Yes, this year.
What was going on before that?
So before rap, I was the lash tag, and I was like kind of like a model. I used to do like boutique, running around doing boutique content and stuff like that. But I was the lash check primarily. But yeah, that was it.
Were you said when you were doing content, were you like just strictly like content creating, or was it like?
No, it was just like promo type of thing. So you know how the girls be having like models post in their clothes or whatever. That's what I was doing. And I was getting paid for that. And then I was primarily doing lashes, though. Like, I've always been an entrepreneur. Always.
Right. Always been hustling for it.
Always been hustling.
So, around that time, like, even before that, did music ever play like that? I mean, obviously, you know, everybody loves music, whatever. But, like, did that ever play that big of a role in your life? And
So, I love music. I feel like music, it can describe your mood, help you feel good, you know, cater to you when you're down. So I love music. I'm a music girl. Like, you know, a typical person, they'll be watching TV and TV shows and Netflix and stuff like that. I don't do that. I go straight to YouTube, look at the music videos. I've always did that since a kid. I just like the whole concept of like videos, music. But yeah. What was the question? I just went I just went blank.
I asked if like music played a role in your life. Like also like I mean that's you kind of talked about it a little bit, but even like a little deeper than that, were you surrounded by it as a kid? Like was there anybody in your family who was pursuing or a DJ or
you know what? I've always been around people that did music. So I feel like that's where it kind of came from. And then like with the rising of like girls like, you know, popping they shit now, I was just like, shoot, let me do it. But I always wanted to do it since 2019. I just started last year though, June. So 2020.
Right. So you wanted to do
in
it
the studio.
So you wanted to start 4 years ago.
Yeah, I just wasn't around the right person to put me in the right situation.
Right.
So
Right.
it just didn't happen until last year.
I would have thought like maybe like during the pandemic you might have been like, yeah, let me try now. Ain't shit going on.
Nah, pandemic, I was on TikTok real bad. Yeah, I was TikToking
You
it
get
out.
all your content out through there.
Yeah.
But okay, so what was like the moment for you this past year? Like obviously, you mentioned the girls and there being an amazing space for women in hip hop right now. But like, what was kind of like the final thing that pushed you? And who was the person? Because you said you had to be around the right person, right people. Who were those people that finally were like, yo, like.
So, shout out to my cousin, Stape. So, Stape is the one, that's my big cousin. He did music, well, he does music in the city himself. So, when I came around him, I was just like, I wanted to get in the studio. And he kind of seen it in me. He like, you already got the look. So, it just depends on what you say. You know what I'm saying? Right. So, he the one that really, like, put me in the studio and helped me, like, figure out what I wanted to do with music.
Tell Calvin to shut up, please. Tell Calvin to be quiet.
Shut up.
Calvin being mad loud. Tell him to shut up.
But, yes, State helped me get into the studio. And then, like, some of the girls that, like, really, like, pushed me to, like, all right, you need to do something. Like, try it or, it was Sexyy Red, for one. She from my city or whatever. And she just was getting a little buzz or whatever. And I was just liking the energy she was getting, like, her hustle and, like, if she can do it, if she from my city and she can do it, I can do the same thing. That's kind of what my mood was to it, like with the music stuff. But Sexyy Red, but it really was Glorilla. So when Glorilla dropped F&F, I'm like, oh, no, I got to do it. I got to do it. I literally got in the studio probably a month after she dropped it. I'm like, I really want to do it now.
I like how it's like glowing. I like how Glow and Sexyy were like the ones that kind of like really made you want to do it too. Because it's cool because I feel like obviously Glow has had her influence this past year. The way women rap and like kind of bringing up a new sound too. But also obviously Sexyy Red being from St. Louis, like I think that's really tight how like you saw that and even like so early on too, like Pound Town, like January, February, March type time, and you were like, oh wow, like I see what this is doing now, because that's cool because that also shows that, like, I'm sure there's other female rappers from St. Louis that are coming up that are brand new that we don't know about yet, but, like, it's cool to see, like, you're the first one that I met that's like, oh, yeah, Sexyy Red, like, made me want to go do this, and I think that's cool.
Yeah, I love her energy. We love Sexyy.
Do y'all go back before the music too?
Me and Sexyy, no. So we always like knew of each other, but we weren't like real close. We always knew each other like from Facebook and Instagram back in the day, like when we was in high school type of thing. But nah, we were never like real close friends, but I just knew of her, she knew of me.
Okay. So what was the first like, well, obviously the high school shit, everybody knows of each other back then, but like what's like kind of like the beginning of like, okay, now we're gonna, oh, this is crazy. We both artists now. We both doing extremely well. Let's do this song together. Let's do the Bing Bong remix. Like, what does that begin?
So I had DM'd her and I was like, I really want you on it or whatever. But honestly, my label like got it all together. But I knew it was gonna be like real authentic because we from the same city. I fuck with her music personally, and she know it. She fuck with my song. So I just knew it was going to, like, when we link, it was going to click because it's, like, authentic vibes,
Right.
And she real cool. Like, what she put out, that's really her. Like, she just a real cool person.
It's organic. Yeah, it's organic. And I like that, too. And it's been real cool watching you achieve these different milestones and see, like, the girls, like, supporting you. Like, I know JT was a very early supporter of the record, too.
Shout out to JT.
Even going as far as, like, Moneybagg also bringing you out during his show. Like, have you fully, I don't know if the word is embrace, or have you fully embraced, accepted, and been able to enjoy all these things happening to you, or is it kind of like very fast? You know what's crazy?
I literally just had this conversation in the car. Like, I haven't 100% taken heed, like, what's going on. I really just be living in a moment because I don't want to overwhelm myself. I don't want to freak myself out because it's big, you know what I'm saying?
It's a lot of shit going on.
I don't want to, like, click out, but I feel like it's coming on to me. Like, when I be doing certain things, it'll, like, hit me like, dang, like, you really, like, doing it. Like, what's going, like, girl, you're a superstar.
Right.
It's crazy, but I ain't really 100%. I ain't really 100%, like, taking heed, but I be having my times.
Right, like, okay, did you kind of like, I'm thinking about like the Moneybagg tour, right? Did you kind of like blank when you hit the stage too? Because that's like, because that was an arena, I'm assuming, right?
Yes, it was an arena.
Yeah.
So with that, it's so crazy because he gave me the option of like walking on the stage or like coming up the stage. And I'm like, if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it big. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta come through the floor, I ain't gonna lie.
Bring me out through the floor. So when I was brought out, all I can remember of me thinking was, girl, do not fall on the stage, because I did rehearsal. But I'm like, I never came all the way out on the stage where I got brought up on. So I'm like, please don't fall, Blake. I knew I wasn't going to be scared to like rap my song or like, anything like that. I just didn't want to fall because I had heels on. I wasn't up on the stage. But that whole thing right there, after everything happened or whatever that day, that I was like, dang, I straight performed at an arena. I came up the stage. Like, this is crazy. Like, oh my God, girl. I don't know.
Did you, when you hit, like, do you remember any of it? Like, the performance? Because I always ask that. It's like,
yeah, I remember it.
some people it's just like a blur. Some people, they don't even.
I remember me coming up, and then, like, I got a video of coming up from the stage, and then that's how I remember. But I definitely remember me in my head. I was crunched down like this, and it was moving up. I'm like, Blake, please don't embarrass yourself. That's it. But other than that, I just remember because I got the video on my page. But other than
I love that for you though.
Thank you.
Obviously been running around a lot with Murda Beatz, which is super dope to see, right? How did you two first get in contact with each other? And I have to ask this too, because the internet finds out like every 6 months they're like, Murda Beatz is white. Like they be so shocked every couple every six, and I see that I'm like, how do y'all not know this by now? This has been like years that we've been going through this.
So Murda, he see me on TikTok.
Okay,
so when I had
tough.
posted like my trailer, I didn't even drop my video yet. I just posted my trailer on TikTok, and no, actually he seen my trailer on TikTok after I already posted my video. So he had DM me like fire signs or whatever. And in my head, I didn't know how Murda looked. All I know is Murder on the Beats. His tag. That's it. Like that's really how you be knowing.
You
like
know the people on Twitter that finds out every couple
yeah,
months.
like I'm like, who is this? Is this? Oh, this is Murda on the Beats. You got to say his tag, but yeah, Murda real cool. That's my bro.
That's fine. So do you guys have anything like coming up? Like cooking?
Yes, we got some stuff coming up.
Fire.
Murda. We always cooking up.
I'm excited. Also, like I know you and Callie have kind of built
yes,
up a
Callie.
So do we have anything with Callie on the way?
Possibly. In the making. Should be.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
I like that. I think that's cool because I feel like you, Callie, Sexyy, like around, like everybody's kind of coming up at the same time.
Yeah.
So it's cool to see like.
I'm a girl's girl, so I would love for that to happen.
Right. So what else do we have coming up? So obviously the remix is out now.
Yes.
So go check that out.
Bong is out, y'all. Go check it out.
What else is we cooking?
So right now I'm working on a project, possibly at the end of the year, y'all gonna get it, or, the beginning of the year. We gonna end the year well, or we gonna start the year with a bang, you know what I'm saying? But yeah.
It's coming
project,
soon.
yeah.
Coming soon. Well, I'm excited for you. Well, by the time the people see this, Bong performance definitely out now. Freestyle might be out now by the time y'all see it. So if not, it's coming soon. So be on the lookout for that. Bong remix out now though. So with Sexyy Red, go run that up.
Run it up, please. I need an M before the month.
There you go. Well, look, before we get out of here, let the people know where they can follow you at. Anything else you want to let the fans know? Now's the time to do it. This camera on the right here.
All right, y'all. So you can follow me on Instagram, BlakeIANA, BlakeIANA. Twitter, I'm so Blake of her. And the same for TikTok. But yeah, y'all really can find me on TikTok. That's where I do my dirty. That's where I do my dirty at. But yeah.
All right. Well, make sure you go follow her on TikTok. Go run up the record. Go run up all the performances we got out now. Go follow her. Go show her some love. Go show her some support. Love is free. Support is free. But y'all already knew that. Till next time. BlakeIANA, St. Louis in the building. We out.